company boss arrives with a security guard and calls out loudly, "Stop working!" The young woman turns around and asks curiously, "What is it, boss?" The boss asks seriously, "I have a few questions for you. When you joined this construction company, were you the one who presented the circular building design during your interview?" The young woman replies politely, "Yes, that was me. Why do you ask?" Then he turns to the security guard and says commandingly, "Bring her to my office." The security guard walks over to the young woman and lifts her onto his shoulders. The young woman asks nervously, "What are you doing?" But the security guard ignores her and carries her to the boss's office. After they arrive, the boss says calmly, "Put her down. You may leave now." The young woman asks fearfully, "Boss, what's going on?" The boss replies seriously, "Your design has been successfully launched in the market and it has received an amazing response. But why didn't you tell me that the manager assigned you to manual labor?" The young woman answers sadly, "The manager told me that everyone in this company has to start from the bottom, no matter how educated they are." The boss asks concernedly, "Then why did he assign you such difficult work? You're a young woman doing heavy labor and earning only $3,000 a month. Are you really okay with that?" The young woman replies helplessly, "Boss, I don't have any other choice. My mother has cancer. If I don't work hard, I won't be able to pay for her treatment. Even if I have to do manual labor, I'll keep doing it." The boss asks thoughtfully, "So you're only doing this because of your circumstances?" The young woman says fearfully, "Boss, if I've done anything wrong, please forgive me. Just don't fire me." The boss replies reassuringly, "Don't worry. Tell me this. Have you spent the entire past year doing nothing but labor work?" The young woman answers honestly, "The construction project I was working on was also designed by me." Just then, the manager and his wife walk into the office. The manager asks rudely, "Boss, why do you have this country girl sitting here?" Then the manager makes the young woman stand up and sits in her seat arrogantly. The boss says seriously, "The circular building project has been a huge success, and the board of directors has approved a special reward for the person responsible." The manager says excitedly, "I hit the jackpot! That project was my wife's work!" The manager's wife says eagerly, "So, boss, can I collect the reward now?" As she reaches for it, the boss says sharply, "One moment." Then he asks suspiciously, "Are you sure this reward belongs to you?" He continues firmly, "If you're claiming that you created the project, then explain the details of the design. Once I hear your explanation, I'll know whether it's really your work." The manager's wife begins speaking confidently, but instead of explaining the project, she spends most of her time praising herself and bragging about her abilities. The boss stands up angrily and says, "You've turned this company into a joke." Then he turns to the young woman and says decisively, "Starting tomorrow, you'll take her position. You'll become the new head of design." The manager stands up nervously and asks, "Why are you so angry?" The boss replies sternly, "Manager, you've abused your authority. You gave your unqualified wife a position she never deserved. Meanwhile, the woman who created all the designs was forced to do labor work and was paid the lowest salary in the company. Are you trying to destroy my business?" The manager responds dismissively, "She's just a country girl. Even a small amount of money is more than enough for someone like her." The boss says firmly, "You don't get to decide that. People deserve to receive what they've earned." He continues angrily, "Not only did you make a serious mistake, but you're also acting arrogant." He asks sharply, "What's wrong with being from the countryside?" Then he says passionately, "Farmers are the people who grow food for the entire world, and yet you're looking down on them. You should be ashamed of yourself." He points at the young woman and says seriously, "Take a good look at her. Her mother is sick. She spent more than 10 years studying and working hard. For what? So she could get a good job and build a better life? And what happened instead? She ended up working under two heartless people like you who stole credit for her work." He says disappointedly, "You have absolutely no conscience." Then he says meaningfully, "You have parents. You have children. If someone treated your child this way, wouldn't it break your heart?" Finally, he says coldly, "I don't want to hear another word from either of you. Pack your things and leave my company. Both of you are fired." The manager shouts angrily, "I didn't do anything wrong. You're firing me because of some country girl? I've been loyal to you for years. You'll regret this. No one will support a boss who can't tell right from wrong." The boss replies calmly, "Whether people support me or not is not your decision." He continues wisely, "There are important parts to business, but humanity matters even more. Learn how to be a decent human being before you step out into the world and work with others." My friends, today justice will be served. These two arrogant arrogant employees are being removed from the company. If you believe hard work and honesty should always be rewarded, leave a comment and let us know your thoughts.